Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about one of the informed topics, that is navigating GLP good laboratory practices and also ICH guidelines. So it's a comprehensive overview of about the good laboratory practice and ICH QSEM framework. So these are the contents I am going to discuss. So this is the foundation of quality, good laboratory practice, and what are the different ICH guidelines we are following to maintain the global standards, and what is the good laboratory practice in action, and that is what are the protocols, and animal house control, ethical and scientific imperatives, data integrity, what are the reliable results we can depend upon, and report preparation, that is documentation purpose, and also further maintaining a audit trail, what are the documents are required, and then navigating into the regulatory landscapes and what is the future of the GLP as well as an ICH. So the good laboratory practice, it is nothing but the quality and integrity of non-clinical laboratory studies. So it is a reliable scientific data which is very crucial for safety assessments that we know very well. So adherence to GLP standards, it is nothing but it is building upon some trust and giving trust to about our research findings, and this helps us to take better decisions in drug development and chemical safety. So GLP covers non-clinical safety studies as well as how the permissions will be acquired for marketing the products as per the regulatory authorities. So here we have a different terminologies about the GLP. So next about that what are the organizational structure and what are the SOPs we follow. Apart from that, what are the compliances it has to maintain to acquire to maintain the facilities, to acquire the permission, equipment, personnel, as well as methods, practices, and other form of controls in GLP. So whereas the ICH guidelines, so it is harmonizing global standard goals. So this is maintained globally. So this helps us to reduce the duplication, and it improves the drug development. That means multiple types of same drugs are not manufactured. That is what is the meaning of the duplication. So in the ICH guidelines we have so many alphabetical guidelines are there. In that especially we will be talking about the QSEM, that is quality, safety, efficacy and multidisciplinary topics. So QSEM is the pillars which help us guiding in the pharmaceutical development especially. The Q series is majorly focused on the quality. So it is especially it will focus on manufacturing and quality control aspects, and so these adopting to these ICH guidelines will help us to streamline the regulatory process, and also it improves the innovation in the pharmaceutical sector. So protocol is a blueprint for GLP studies. So it ensures that all aspects of the study are well defined and controlled. So we need these protocols to implement the good laboratory practices. So each protocol covers different objectives, methods to be followed, materials and analysis. So it is a kind of roadmap for good laboratory practices, and if there are any deviations found in these type of methods, materials, analysis, or whatever the discrepancies recorded, it should be properly documented. So to maintain this protocol, the study director for the particular study is responsible, as well as along with him technical team is also responsible. Sometimes protocols needs to be revised as per the circumstances or as per the methods we are applying. So changes that will be applicable to these kind of documents, they should have a proper validity about what are the changes and up to when these changes can be done. Coming to the animal house control, so animal house control is also a paramount of GLP studies. So human treatment, like if you see animal house, it should be with ethically built one. There should be humane treatment, as well as the animals should feel at home, and they should be treated well. So apart from that, they are necessary for the scientific studies. So here, when maintaining the animal house, temperature, humidity and light are strictly controlled. So these controlled variables or depend upon the types of animals we are having in the animal house and about their stress. So regular health checkups are performed for the animal well-being. So monitoring the animals in a regular intervals is very much essential. So it will also help us to get the clear outcome of the study. Apart from this, what are the animals are taken care of in the animal house and which are necessary, how many were studied and how many were took as a control. So these details of the record of animals and what about their feed and what is their health status, everything has to be recorded properly. So this is also one of the compliance with the GLP ethical guidelines. And for to maintain all these things we require a trained professionals. So trained professionals are very essential, especially who knows the animals, how to handle them, how to care for them, and to look after them, what is the feed or whatever the biostats required for the animal. So the person has to handle it. So trained person are very essential in handling the animal house. So original data, after the study, it has to be preserved well. So it is the integrated step. It gives the integrity to the study because that is the main data we found after the study. So it should be legible, it should be original, accurate. So this help us to ensure the reliability of the method where it can be applicable anywhere. And whatever the electronic systems we are using for the data acquisition, so it must be validated and secure. So it must be like there should not be any data manipulation or erasing of the data or unethical applicability of the data. So audit trails will help us to confirm these kind of manipulations. So facilities should be always transparent and they should be accountable for the studies they are conducting. So stringent protocols has to be implemented in these areas to prevent the falsification of the data as well as to control to maintain the integrity of the data which was produced from the study. After that, what are the report preparation criteria is the report has to be summarize the entire study process. So that is from starting step to the end step of the study. Each report has to summarize and it provides all the necessary information for the interpretation. So like objectives, methods, results and conclusions should be clearly stated. So it helps us to understand the study outcomes. So data presented should be clear and there should not be any manipulations as well as the facilities has to be understood by all the stakeholders. So the study director will approve the final report and the director is responsible for the accuracy and completeness of the report. So there should be any falsification or data mishandling should be there. So reports are further achieved safely after the completion of the study and they are used for the future reference. So this helps us to ensure the long-term accessibility of the data for any particular study. So maintenance of documents clearly is very important. Various records will be maintained in the GLP study like protocols, data, reports, etc. So these to be secured and they should be accessible. So this is essential for audits and inspections. So whenever there was an inspection, these data acts as a major role about what was the study conducted at that time, who was the study director, who are the technical teams and what are the outcomes of that method. So records are to be maintained for each specific period and they should be separated in that way so that it will help us to search easily and we can also ensure they are available for a longer time so that at any time we can review the documents backdated. And SOPs are how activities are performed, so there should not be any consistencies or any errors in the SOP, standard operating procedures. And training records for the persons who are working in the technical team as well as the other teams should be recorded. So this is one of the main compliance of the GLP practices. GLP also facilitates regulatory inspections, so that means whatever the regulatory authorities we are dealing with, they should the GLP compliance of the method should be is very necessary. So this is regulatory inspections will be carried out So this enhances why this was done means it will help us to enhance the credibility and trust, and also ensures that the data is in acceptance range, and also it will be recognized globally. That means the regulatory authorities from the other countries can inspect and authorize the data, so that that can be implemented globally. So that here we are promoting the international harmonization of the regulatory requirements. And also GLP is an implementation is an ongoing process. So further continuous monitoring, continuous inspection and refinement of the data is very much essential. So adhering to GLP is an ethical obligation, so it always ensures us about the patient safety and data integrity. We see the future of the GLP and ICH. GLP and ICH are evolving into new corporate technologies. So there is a chance of automation and involvement of artificial intelligence. So certain emerging challenges we can see in GLP are what are the new therapeutic modalities or personalized medicine. So this will help us with artificial intelligence and other technologies. It will help us to help us for these challenges, to compete these challenges. And collaboration with the stakeholders is very much essential. Stakeholders ensures the relevance of the GLP and ICH. So secure data, and the data should be transparent, which help us to improve the drug development further in the future. And also GLP ICH are very much essential for the global health. So it helps us to ensure the safety and efficacy of all the effective medicines. Thank you.